published, and I think he said he'd done the form, so let's refresh that and just see when that's shown up. No, it hasn't, but I'll take his word for stuff. Northwest and medium. Excellent. Let's go for that. Northwest, medium. Lovely. Black teas. Cool. Okay, so of the required elements, we're clearly going short course, I guess. Would be one of them. Fun does not always mean good, correct. The course is bananas also does not always mean good. And let's have a little zoom around and see what we've got. Okay, so we're in Delta, and we have a driving range with some unnecessarily large bunkers. That's fine. He's done a maintenance area. Jerry would be very happy. Lots of big bunkers, and we've done the mulch stuff, which I'll be honest, I never really get, but we'll have a look for that as it goes round. Land movement looks all over the place. I will tell you immediately I would have gotten rid of the mow lines, but at least you've made them soft. Okay, so I guess, I mean, there's not a lot to see other than just zooming around the plot, which I like because the golf has come first. We're not doing all the extras and things. This looks good. So I'm assuming Cypress Point, Monterey, that sort of area influenced. There is a road. There is some. There's a few houses. I tell a lie. There's a few things to look at. The grass is very bright green, but I guess it will work. Very bright green. Oh, it's that one. That's why. He's done some custom trees. I like that. Three-shot par 5, 3 holes under 400. Awesome, thank you. And we're going to start off with a very heavily inclined fairway. Okay, right. This is what we're going for, are we? And we're just about there. I mean, you don't need me to tell you this pin is stupid, do you? This is silly. Like, silly can be fun, but this is... I don't love this. I don't... Well... I guess the green shape kind of makes sense, in that it is the flat area. It does feel a bit random, and it feels like... I understand that we're working with the land, but what I think we're missing a little is that... I mean, yes, it's a wedge in, but it's a wedge into a pin that is borderline illegal because of how close it is to the edge, and you're making birdie or you're... I don't know. So, this kind of green shape, the way I'm viewing this is, if we were real-life architects and we're working on this land, yes, we could work a green round here, but what we would probably do would be to flatten out this and make a kind of normal green shape. There's a general rule of thumb that you shouldn't ever have you should always be able to putt to a pin. Now, obviously you can break that rule occasionally, but when... Yeah. And yes, I do take your argument that it's wedge in, and it's not necessarily the most difficult shot. I just don't... even if I'm ending up close or in, I don't... It feels a bit gimmicky. which is a shame because I really like the rest of the hole. Just, and actually I really like. I've commented on this sort of thing loads in different playthroughs of trees in the middle of bunkers in the middle of the fairways. This one works. I like it. This feels like the sort of tree that you definitely wouldn't disrupt or move, and that makes sense. And again, I'm kind of okay with the green for everything up until this point here. I, like we'd just run green through it, even if it's quite a big depression, probably, or we'd flatten it out, or yeah. I like the semi-blind tee shot aspect. That's really cool. That's done really nicely. Planting and framing's great. Yeah, big fan of all of this. Let's see. Little mini punch bowl is cool. Just the really raggedy shapes are throwing me a bit as well. Like that little bit, that little bit. I get that's because you've combined the shapes, but I think if you were to do this, I have seen Reeb do similar things before where he's been combining shapes around the edges. I think I'd have probably just splined around the edges and then deleted the shapes because you can still get the same shape but just like a little neater. I like that we're blind again. That also kind of makes sense. Although, would we be blind to over here? No, so we do know that the flag's over this side, so that works. Free Willy. Planting's great. I do really like the vibe. I like a lot of the sculpting around the greens. All of it, actually. I think sculpting's great. The surfacing is what's confusing me. So I'm hoping we're hitting ocean now. Yeah. Okay, and I'm going to stop talking about green shapes now, or we'll talk about it for the rest of the round. You have my comments. I think they're not going to change. And I get that we're providing variety. I think my final comment is you can provide 4 pins on a green without segmenting it, so there's like one little green here, one little green here, one little green here, one little green here, because there's no way we can play from this to this, or really to up here. Yeah, that's where we'll finish up with that conversation, I guess, from my point of view. Oh, I got the swing I wanted. It's probably a bit too much. Nearly landed him. Still not really getting the mulch. Everything else looks fantastic. Okay, so we can hit down to here, which will avoid that quite nicely. And then we're just thinking about rollout, and we think, I like the tee shots have been really good. Bunker placement off the tees is good. Oh, we're okay. Oh, didn't need a slow. Oh, don't do a replay. We don't need a replay of a random shitty chip. Where are we going on this one? So way up and... Planting to the right is really good. Planting to the left is really good. Bunker sculpting and everything is really good. The greens are destroying this course for me. I'm really sorry. I'm loving everything else, but every approach is going to feel like a lottery. It's like... yeah, you've got my thoughts. Because everything else looks great. Oh, actually, that bunker's not a bad miss. Got to give you credit. The plot is very cool as well, and the way you've done the elevation change on this hole has worked nicely. Keep turning. Nah. And I do like the big views we've got. Little like just creeping through is nice. Doesn't feel forced. It's just like we're just catching a little glimpse across. Okay, par 3. Long par 3. What? Not a par 3. I mean, it fits, I guess. Not a par 3. Okay. Ooh, let's go and check out these. I've been wondering what happens if we go down here. The answer is this is not going to be good. Well, at least we're on a flat part. Nope. Tough hole. Very tough par 3. It's a tricky par 4, to be honest. This green shape works a lot better for me because it does feel more cohesive. This one I'm fine with. I'd have lost the little tongue at the front, but everything else I'm okay with. Par 3 over 230. It is, yeah. He's hit an element he didn't know he hit. Great views. It's a shame for the par 4 that I'm gonna play this and judge this as if it's meant to be, as if it's the par 4 it's meant to be. Yeah, there's a mistake. We all know. Ooh, this is fun. Really like this tee shot. Like, this is great. The way you've done your bunkers is really cool. Kind of everything's coming together on this hole. Oh, get over. Yeah, they do both have them. Yep. And Dylan, I don't mean this in a mean way. I mean this just honestly. If you're having a publish error every time you publish, you've got to be checking more before you publish. Yeah, I did. I didn't realize, but your 550-yard par 4 felt like a 550-yard par 4 because I could take a ridiculous shortcut. That's a good hole. I really enjoyed that one, particularly the tee shot. I think the tee shots have been wild on this course. Huh, we've got the Dario bunker-shaped green. Oh, we did not want to slow. That OB? Ah, good man. Yeah, 18. Love the possibility of a heroic recovery off the beach. You get that at Turnberry and a couple of others. Planting around the base of the cliffs is really nice. I like that you haven't done crazy amounts of bushes down there. I'm okay with this green as well. Again, I think I would have cut it a bit. Like there just feels like there's one too many lobes on most of the greens. Just like where we've added a little appendage to make a pin position. Oh, sure that was in. Yeah, funny that. I really like this tee shot. I do feel like we've had this concept a couple of times now. I think we had it on 4 where we were tumbling down a hill. We had it on 7 where we were tumbling down a hill. Just a bit too much of a good thing. But I do really like it. Also, much as I love the Infinity Fairway, I would, on this stretch of coastline, show me the whole hole. Don't hide things. This works really nicely on an inland hole, like on your 7th, where we're kind of working with slightly less good land. Yeah, this one's Dan. This one's Italy. Hoping that will just funnel on. No, no, way too much. That is not where we want it to be. And I think you've executed that like wrong. Get yourself on the wrong side, and you're really punished nicely. Yeah, I think I'd agree with that, Lacey. Ah, the old. Okay. Weird game. Uh, what a putt. We can do well to make bogey. Okay. 2 over doesn't feel that bad, all things considered. Where are we going? Okay. Par 5, so where is the green? Oh, it's up there. I think with this one I would like either bunker or tree. The two of them together is possibly a bit much, given that you've made the land behind here blind, and then we've got a central hazard. I just think the two things are kind of vying for attention. Getting the planting's really good, and I questioned the bright green grass at the start. I think it's a lighting one. In this light, it looks really neon bright. I don't like it as much, but generally, it's drawing from miles away. It works quite nicely. Oh, we got another one of them. Yeah. Not the biggest fan of this, but it's there. You can see it's there. It's fine. I mean, it's fun to shape shots though, so I like them. I like it being there. Like I say, I think it needed either bunker or that. That was a fun shot to play. Yeah. It's amazing how many of those chances I've been getting recently. And that green was rewarding and not silly. Ah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, more greens like that one. I presume, can we cut that corner? Possibly. Who knows? Hmm. Yeah. I think I'm of a similar mindset to Petty on this. Oh, especially given the length of approach. Because it's all well and good when you're saying that this was, I mean, again, hell of an approach, but when we were saying on the first, yeah, it's a wedge in, when it's a 5-iron in, less so. And especially when, even when you land it near, it's not particularly easy putt. I think the other thing I would be wary of, if you're going to do a course like this where you've got these little pins in tiny little bits, I would be really wary that you don't have multiple on back-to-back holes. Like, so we've just had the one on the last, which for me is like a red flag pin. This is another one. We had one on the first. I think if we're hitting that many, then we've got too many of them generally, or balancing the pin set. I don't really know what the shot is on this one, which is not a bad thing. I do like short par fours where I don't know what the play is immediately. It's always fun. I don't think they are, would be my guess. If you've looked at the greens, like I would bet bottom dollar there's a pin there. There'll be one down here and there'll be one up there. Would be my guess. This should be a par 3. I don't think this should be a par 3, not with that pin. I think this is a par 4. All day long. Let's just go for it. I mean, yeah, that bunker's fine. I think that's the other thing. When you, for me, if we make pins that inaccessible, I think it does take a bit of the strategy out, because I'm going to have to hit a perfect shot to get there anyway. I might as well give myself a chance of hitting. I'll take gap wedge from short in the rough any day over laying back and trying to hit a wedge to that pin. I feel like that's way closer than I'm ever going to manage, and it's just easier to match a driver, which for me removes the strategy a bit. Shame we're missing the putt, but hey, we've had a few of those. Oh, hey Petro. Yeah, I mean, we're holding things together. There's lots I like about this course. Oh, it's a double green. And we've got a... Okay, we'll get to that one later. Yeah, and now we've got another one where we're on the extra little appendage. I get that this one's friendlier, but... No, we don't always go pin seeking to make birdies. I feel like you're missing the point here. I think what you've done more often than you'd have wanted is given us pins like this where it's not play strategically and you have a better shot. It's wherever you play you have to hit the perfect shot. That's not strategic for me. Like whatever we do, I get that with this one it's a little bit better because we've got an angle this way which is more. Yeah, we've got a bit more to it, but some of the others we haven't had that. Ah, big cypress. So now we've got another one. Just in terms of balancing your pin sets, I'm going to get to the tree in front of the green in a second. But if you're genuinely telling me you've balanced your pin sets and you've checked all of these and you haven't noticed that every single one of the last however many pins is like dead front on a tiny little tongue of green or dead back on, please tell me there is not a pin back there, for example. I generally feel like you've done the trees in and around, like in centrals, have been pretty good. I don't like this one. I don't think this one. Don't think it makes. Yeah, the hole would look better without it. There's no pin behind the tree. Good. Okay. Hey, we have a birdie. If you go back and watch the playthrough, look at how many pins we've had in a row that are like this. It's just, after a while it becomes not that fun to play, which is a shame because I have really enjoyed I have generally really enjoyed the course. Oh, Seamount, thank you. Hey, buddy. So we are doing a Dream Team playthrough of Dylan's course, which is, we're nearly done, and then I'm going to be signing off, so I'm not here for that much longer. But I hope you guys stick around and enjoy the last few holes of this one. It's a really stunning, very, very pretty course, and there are some interesting as hell greens. So definitely give it a play. Dream Team's produced some absolute quality courses. If you haven't yet played through them, give it a go. They've been class. Yeah, I really like your custom little trees. They are very cool. And which one are you pointing me out? The one on the end. Nice. Is that okay? That feels alright. Yeah, I guess the next thing I'd be saying is if you are going to give me a sucker pin where I've got to get to the edge and I'm either taking it on, if I play safe and bail away from it, give me a safe, like easy-ish putt towards it for rewarding that from a strategic point of view, rather than we're just doing well to get it around. Okay, that'll do. Okay, so this one's definitely a drop down and then we play in, which makes sense. I think you've done the dunes really nicely, because these aren't easy to do. No, I said. Did that not come through? It's great to have you, buddy. Right. We're going to go, yeah, lob wedge. Lob wedge works. There's a swing. Be good. Oh, it spun that way. Interesting. That is pure HB physics. That is not on you. That's just weird. No, I saw it come up and did mention. Yeah, we're all good. We're doing some. Well, I'm not going to be on for much longer. This is the last one I'm doing. I've done a couple of Dream Team playthroughs and then we're at 10 PM here. So, oh, whoops. I do one of those every once in a while. How was your stream? Yeah, deserved the 3-putt. What were you doing? Presumably not TGC rounds, tour rounds? Weirdly, considering all I've said before, I'm okay with this green. This one makes more sense in that it fits the length of shot, there's enough space, it's obviously got a real life precedent. The shape itself is more, like, bunker aside, more normal. Oh, nice. Anywhere nice? That's a rubbish shot. I'll probably do. Didn't want to fast. Oh, a little bit of stutter, but I think that's just going to be my machine. I would guess. Don't think that's on the course. And then the 18th is shortish par 4. Yeah, I mean, we finish off with the wacky green shape. Like, here, I don't really get why we wouldn't bring the green shape here or around there. Just some of the edges, some of them I understand. Like this one, I understand this one. That bit, not so much. Great site for your final hole. And yeah, really good setting. I do like how you've done the cliffs. I think they're done really nicely. I think we can probably just ride the camber down. Yeah, it's really good. That's nicely played for sculpting, that is. praising my own shot. I did look at the clubhouse area earlier. I like that that's coming back into play. It's a very no, we're not going into the all cliffside courses have erosion issues. Oh, badly timed slow again. Still, we have a good angle at the pin. Why do I feel like this could go off the front of the green? No, I'm alright with that. It's harsh, but I knew it was there. Okay, and that's our round. +2. That's annoying. I felt I battled back a bit. Yeah, I would not be surprised if that's the most polarising course in the contest. There is so much I love about it. First of all, I think the planting's outstanding. I think the sculpting's really, really good, and like miles better than some of your previous, where I felt it was a bit too harsh and not natural. This I thought was really natural. Dunes and glyphs done really, really nicely. I thought the way you did tee shots generally was really good. Bunker placement, nice. Some of the blind tee shots where the ball would kind of go over a rise and then funnel down the other side were excellent. A touch overused on the front nine. I would have liked to see one on the back nine instead, maybe. Central hazards made sense. Use of camber was really good. The big issue is the greens, and for me, they don't. Like, partly it's pin placement. I think you'd have seen as we went through on pin set 2, we had so many, but the path, yeah, there's the par 3 issue, but you know what, I'm kind of viewing that as secondary. For me, the bigger issue on the course is your pin positions, in that we had so many on those tiny slithers of greens in again and again and again and again. And yeah, I get that it's a short course, but I think that did limit the strategy a bit in terms of how you had to get to those. Additionally, I'm not a massive fan of the greens. I think you will find some people who are. I think you're probably going to find more people who aren't, if I'm honest. I think they're a bit out there. And it's one of those where I think if it were a real life course, we wouldn't be doing the greens like that. We'd be flattening areas of them so we can make them more sensible things. Okay. I mean, I don't think it is. I think it's more just you're basically making it a can you or you can't, in that with some of those pins there's either it's perfect shot or bust. Yeah, and I will play. I mean, I'm intending to play on multiple attempts on different courses, so depending on this, and that's, as you say, it's true for all of them. But yeah, I mean, generally fun course. Love the tee shots. I wish I'd liked the approach shots more, because actually I thought you crafted the approach shots really well. I just felt the landing areas were too tight. So yeah, that's us. I think we are back on Tuesday, because I'm going to have a few others to get through then. So I'm away for the next 2 days, and then Monday night is published deadline, I believe. So that's going to be around an hour from now in 2 days' time, basically. Or would that be an hour from now in, oh, whatever. I mean, basically midnight on Monday sounds good. And then on Tuesday night we're going to do our captains can draft matchups and that, and then this really gets underway with judging, etc. So yeah, thank you very much for hopping along, everybody. Glad to have a bonus course. Can you republish? No, please don't. Keep it as exactly the same. No, and Dan and I have had this conversation about Black Salt. Of course you can republish, but this will be the one we look at. I mean, it's your course. You do what you like. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in, and yeah, catch you later.